Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Real Wasted. I'm Pat.
I'm Jackie.
I'm Sean.
And welcome to Guilty Pleasures Month. This is going to be really rough. What we did was we took movies that we feel that are not either appreciated or good. Each of us picked one that is personal to us, that we like, that it seems like nobody else does. I'm personally not a fan of the term guilty pleasure. Like, I feel like if you like something and you can defend it in more than, like, one sentence, you shouldn't feel bad about it. But you can also acknowledge that some stuff sucks.
Yeah. I mean, these are pretty much movies that you're embarrassed to have in your DVD collection.
I feel like we're really going to have to defend some of these choices.
I don't actually have a copy of my choice, but I have looked for it, and I think that's just as bad.
Probably worse.
Like I failed to get it.
I owned mine for a while, and as I've grown up, I feel like it's not so bad to still have it. If you're actively pursuing tracking yours down...
I was on Amazon last year looking for it, so yeah.
Well, I suppose I should go first then, because I actually have my copy physically with me. Boat Trip!
How could you think I'm gay?
So the drinking games for this movie. The first drinking game, Lisexual. Anytime these guys are lying, specifically Cuba Gooding Jr., lying, saying that he is homosexual so that he can sleep with a heterosexual woman on board, you're gonna drink.
Me? Straight? Girlfriend, please.
The second rule, what, how, and really,
You didn't even come up with a pun for that one. You were just like,
you're not gonna believe some of the things that they say and do. Number 3, It's Raining Men. This is pretty much anytime there's a dance sequence in the movie. Number 4, Stereotype. Go along with the dance scenes that these are songs that are so on the nose that it would almost be offensive that you did not put them in a movie about a homosexual cruise. And the 5th game is Confused, because they don't realize that they're on a gay cruise, but the way that they're behaving leads people on to believe that they actually are gay, but they have no idea that they're doing it. I'm ready to start this movie.
I think I'm as ready as I'm ever going to be.
I think so. Let's do this.
All right, everybody grab your drinks. Play along at home. Please be safe if you're playing along with us. And we will see you at the end of the movie. Cheers.
What'd you think?
That was certainly a movie.
He is never going to come over here again. He's just going to stop.
If you think I'm going to stop now before I have my chance to do a guilty pleasure movie, you are dead wrong, but... Wow. Just wow.
I bought that movie at Walmart for $2.
You paid $1.99 more than it should have cost you. Alright, so let's go over the finer points of the movie. Cuba Gooding Jr.'s character, he's about to propose to his girlfriend, she breaks up with him, and his friend, to kind of cheer him up, decides to take him on a cruise, saying that there's just women everywhere.
Fun in the sun, singles package. Sex, sex, sex.
They piss off the travel agent, and he books them on a gay cruise.
Just to screw with
Just
them.
to spite
It's
them.
a very funny setup.
I kind of like that setup. I like the idea that it's like a travel agent screwing with the people. The thing about this movie that I think is remarkable is the fact that the whole thing is basically strung together with one joke that you just gotta kind of grip onto the entire time, which is, they're not gay, but everybody else is super gay.
It's almost hard to believe that this movie was released in the 2000s because it seems sort of primitive the way that you would think of the gay community. It's caricatured like this.
It's amazing that it takes a boat trip to jump the shark, but you know, it's great.
Alicia.
It really does become derogatory after like the first 5 minutes. The biggest moment of like contention for me where I was like, this is so goddamn dated, is when they first step foot onto the boat. After they realize that it's a gay cruise, which took somebody telling them it's a gay cruise to happen, which is the most direct movie line I think I've ever heard.
It's a gay cruise.
They act like they were just told, as soon as this boat docks, we're going to shoot you in the face. Because they're like, no!
I'm swimming back to shore.
There is that part of it, but at the same time, these were two single guys that were trying to have as much sex with women as they could.
Yeah.
And now they just found out that they're going on a gay cruise for a week.
Okay, it's a shocker and it's a disappointing moment.
Yeah.
It's not like
The world should
Not
not
like
be
her-
ending.
the world isn't ending. Because you're going to be surrounded by men on a really nice cruise.
Yeah, it really was like that narrow-minded early 90s perception of the gay community. And I was shocked when you told me what year it actually did come out. To a point where I can't believe that a studio okayed this, that it was seen through to the end. I can't believe that this
And they had
exists in the
names.
world in 2004.
And they had names.
Yes.
They had Cuba Gooding Jr., they had Vivica A. Fox, they had Roger Moore, they had Horatio Sands, and at the time, he was up and coming on Saturday Night Live. Like, they had a cast.
I'm sorry. 2004?
This was like 2003 or 2004 this movie came out.
Okay, because when I think Horatio Sands is up and coming on Saturday Night Live and the ideologies of this movie, I think like 99, 2000 at the latest.
No.
Mother of God.
Horatio Sands, let's talk about him for a second. I loved him on SNL, but I loved him on SNL in small doses. This was just way too much Horatio Sands being Horatio Sands.
I'm here.
There was enough character development where he could stand on his own, but it felt like just Cuba Gooding Jr.'s sidekick.
Yeah.
But that worked though, and I'll say this, I actually bought them together as friends. I thought that they had
Yeah.
a good chemistry.
Yeah.
And I think that this cast actually had a lot of fun making this movie.
I don't doubt that in the slightest.
I think they had a blast making this movie.
Especially Roger Moore.
Cha-cha-cha.
If the name sounds familiar, it's because you've probably seen a James Bond movie in your lifetime.
How did you know I like to be humiliated?
You got the feeling that every time he talked, he was having a good time.
You want to leave.
You compare him to the other characters. A lot of the side characters work. The poker group, I think, is the best side group because their main personality trait is that they're really good poker players. Like, that's progressive.
That's where the heart of this movie started to show, because Horatio Sands' character got to know them really well, and one was a doctor and one was a lawyer, I believe, and it
A
kind
gay
of
heart
starts to
surgeon.
dawn on him that they're just
Whoa.
regular people. They just happen to be gay, and that's where the movie got a little bit more endearing.
You saw me a couple times where I was jaw open, just reaching for the glass because I didn't even have to consult the board.
Yeah.
How many drinks did we have for this one?
43.
43.
43.
Not a bad one. Not a bad one. Yeah.
It was good.
I kind of wish we had been able to drink more based on these rules to get through it. There were a few redeeming moments, but I don't even know how this falls under guilty pleasure. Defend this one to me. Why do you have this in your collection?
There are some really funny one-liners. It does
There are.
try very hard. It's not a good movie
No.
by any stretch of the imagination, but that's what makes it a guilty pleasure. It's a
Yeah.
bad movie, but somehow, for some reason, I enjoy watching it because it makes me laugh. There actually is a personal story with this movie. Believe it or not, a group of friends and I, this was the first R-rated movie we ever snuck into. We thought, based on the trailer, that it was going to be hilarious, and I think, if I remember correctly, and I don't have time to look it up on my phone, but I think we bought tickets to Rollerball and went and saw this. So, if the choice was go see this or watch Rollerball, we should have just burned the $7. It would have been a better investment of money.
And you know that's true, because if he was making it up, he'd have a better story to tell.
It's true. This was the first R-rated movie we snuck into.
And you burned it on boat trip.
So that's our first guilty pleasure movie. Are you going next or am I? Because I feel like for yours.
No. Bullshit. She's going next.
Are you?
Oh, she just put me she put me right at center stage and said, defend it. No, you're going next.
Okay.
Because she tipped me off, Pat, as to what we're watching next, and she's gonna have to work really hard.
Till next time, I'm Pat.
I'm Jackie.
I'm Sean.
Follow us on Twitter, #RealWasted. Follow us on YouTube, like and subscribe.
Cheers.